Welcome, everyone, to Pokemon Cards with Terry. On this channel, we dive deep into individual Pokemon cards, focusing on how they perform in battle rather than just their collectible value. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. So let's jump in. Today, we're looking at another evolution line. This time, it's Crabrawler we will be diving into. Let's start with the basic stage of this Pokemon. I'm going to apologize ahead of time for my poor pronunciation of these Pokemon names. They're really hard to say 10 times fast. This Crabrawler is number 114 out of 197 in the Obsidian Flames set. Crabrawler is a fighting type Pokemon with 90 horsepower. It's a basic Pokemon and evolves into a Stage 1 Pokemon. Crabrawler has a weakness of 2 times against psychic types and has no resistance. Its retreat cost is 3 energy, and if Crabrawler is knocked out, your opponent takes 1 prize card. Crabrawler's first attack, Knuckle Punch, requires 1 fighting energy and 1 energy of any type. This attack does a modest 30 damage without any extra effects. Crabrawler's second attack, Magnum Punch, requires 2 fighting energy and 1 energy of any type. This attack does a 50% bigger, 60 total damage without any extra effects. Now let's move on to its next evolution, Crabominable. This Crabominable is number 115 out of 197 in the Obsidian Flames set. Crabominable is also a fighting type Pokemon, and evolving to him gives you 160 horsepower to work with. Crabominable has a weakness of 2 times against psychic types and has no resistance. Its retreat cost is 4 energy, and if Crabominable is knocked out, your opponent takes 1 prize card. Crabominable's first attack, Confront, requires 1 fighting energy and 1 energy of any type. This attack does a healthy 50 damage without any extra effects. Crabominable's second attack, Knuckle Impact, requires 2 fighting energy and 1 energy of any type. This attack does a staggering 170 damage, and during the next turn, this Pokemon cannot do the attack again. So, what's the value of this evolution line when adding these cards to your deck? Both Crabrawler and Crabominable are fighting types, so their main use is in response to normal types that carry the weakness. Crabrawler's Magnum Punch attack is not the most powerful attack at 60 damage, and has a high cost of 3 energies. But once you evolve into Crabominable, things get more interesting. Knuckle Impact is the real star here, with an incredible 170 damage output. The big downside is not being allowed to attack in your next turn. I chose this evolution line today for today's video primarily for Crabominable's big attack. Crabrawler is a lower to middle range Pokemon as far as basic Pokemon go. I have a hard time recommending these cards for players building a fighting type deck. Crabominable big attack is great, but leaves you vulnerable every second turn. I know a lot of Pokemon V cards are also like this, but they are usually backed by a much higher HP for protection. But if you're building a deck and have limited options, these cards are not the worst Pokemon in the game. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in for the next card review.